Welcome back to Barroom Therapy with your barman, Shola Thompson, and of course, IGHO.
How's it going down?
With us, enjoying some lovely cream liqueur.
From best.
As we have a conversation, So, just piggyback off from where we were coming from. You said you have a child. Obviously, you're a married man.
Yes.
How's that been going on for you?
It's good. It's wonderful.
Marriage.
Why you asking?
No, hey man. In these times, everybody has different explanations as to what marriage should be like. And one thing I know is for everybody it's different, right? So, and you've been married for how long now?
I mean, I've known my wife for almost, I'm more than 10, 11 years. So.
You've known her for more than 10, 11, but you've been married for?
Been married for about, let's say about 4 or 5 years.
Okay, 4 or 5 years. So how have you guys been able to keep it? They should probably feature you on 5 years after for Wedding Channel, because that would be very interesting.
No, it got rocky at first. I mean, the first 2 years were what it was, and so then these last 4 years, these last 2 years have been wonderful. Actually, after we had my son,
okay,
he's going to turn.
So things
that was one of the things that changed almost everything. But before that, we had kind of decided. I think it's a choice. You guys decide that. I decided at some point that this is my family.
Okay.
This is my wife. It's my family. No matter what the case is, it's my family. So whatever the case is, we have conversations as far as both of you are willing and understanding and wanting to, move forward. It's not a thing of, I'm not, but moving forward and we're working towards each other. And I think one of the biggest things I always say is ask yourself, do you think your partner is happy?
Okay.
Because not just you, it's your partner happy. If your partner isn't happy, it's partially your fault or whatever the case is. So you think about it, and I sit and I say, okay, my partner happy, and I can tell you at least, I know at least 70% she's happy. And she's
70%.
70%. Nobody's 70%.
Nobody is. People try to strive for 80% or 90%.
Bad days must come. There's a thing I once heard someone say. It was, I think it was a famous actor, I think Tom Hanks. He said something about no matter what's happening, what is going down, you need to always know that will pass. So if you're having a great time and you're making a lot of money, it's going to pass. If you're going to have a bad time and things are going to fall, it's going to pass. So this too shall pass. So you kind of always have to understand that. So a bad day is a bad day. A good day is a good day. You're not going to have good days every day. You're not going to have bad days every day. You're not going to have good periods every day. You have bad periods. But whatever the case is, as far as you persevere and you're trying, it will pass.
So you mentioned, of course, as everybody experiences with the first period of marriage.
Yes.
People try to, it's unstable.
Yes.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't make it past that. So
yes.
What would you say helped you guys push through to get to the good times?
No, we separated.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We spent, there was like the second year was the split.
You guys split up. For how long did you guys split up?
For a long time, almost like 8 months or something.
Really?
Yes, split up.
You guys said, we're done.
No, it was one of the things where you fight, you just attack and drive, come out. And then
what was it major? What caused it? What caused the major?
It was, I think it's just firstly the adjustment, like for instance now, you actually this happens to women a lot. You get married, and you think marriage is supposed to be in this particular way or a particular way it's supposed to be. Things are supposed to be in tune. And then they realize that it's not the case. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, and then there's a reaction to it. Because I always say women see things a lot more emotionally and guys see things a lot more. I put it like this. A woman reacts to, if you love me, this wouldn't happen.
Okay.
But a guy is trying to say, no, but make it make sense. What I'm saying is this is like, for instance now, if you, let's say something as small as a white lie, your wife gains weight, she's not as attractive anymore or something, and you go up to her and say, hey, look, you've gained weight, you're looking fat, blah, 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 blah. Her mind is saying, if you love me, you would never say that to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's how her situation, even if you had gained weight, she would never, do you understand? If you love me, you wouldn't say that. If you love me, you would do these things. You love me, do you understand? But you're a guy, you're not fat. Be simple and short. The simple is, but then you have to understand that whenever you're having a conversation, there are things that you have to understand that the perspective, men are completely different from women, and they see things differently. No matter how you want to say, they see things differently, things are different. So the perspective is something you have to try and understand. If you are saying something, if you want something, you might be saying, this is what you're saying, but her perspective to it, just because she's a woman, is completely different. So trying to understand and navigate those things is what we now learned. You understand what I'm saying? We learned and understood that, okay, look, she might be trying to ask me to do something, but my perspective is that makes no sense to the world. I'm trying to ask her to do something, and she doesn't understand it, because if I love her, we can even be requesting those things. So once you kind of try and understand that, okay, men are from Mars and women are from Venus, that shit, then you can then start understanding
Just
every move you make and how you present things, how you say things, and how, things affect each other, and how, and that's just one thing. I know you guys are changing every time, people evolve, you're not who you were 5 years ago, so it's constant work. If you're not ready to do the work, don't marry.
if you're not ready to do the work, don't marry.
Don't marry,
So did this realization, was that what made you guys find your way back to each other?
Yeah, this realization, then we understand, okay, we want this thing, we want blah, 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 and then, yeah.
So what was because everybody always has a reason. People would say, because did you guys have a kid before your separation?
No.
Because you see, so
we didn't want, it's when we got back together, then we now decided, let's have.
because most people would want to come back together, like, for the sake of the kids. So what was the main reason?
We got back together with this. We said, we were like, it's one of the things we were like, before we say it's over, let's just see if 1 month can work. And then
Really?
we have been together ever since.
And in this period, you found ways to get by.
And now I'm happy. I want to, I don't spend that much time out. If I want to go home to my wife or kid.
So who has to do more work, you or her?
No, both of us do it. I think we do equal amounts of work. Nobody does more work.
I mean, who had to do more work while they were away from each other? Do you feel like she did more?
I don't know. Me, I just went crazy for
So do you feel that you wanted to get that out your...
Every man wants to get that out of their system now. So you just...
you feel that you didn't get that out of your system, guys?
Even if you get divorced today, that's probably the first thing you're going to do.
Just go wild, go to Las Vegas. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Okay. I mean, I totally respect that. And obviously, as you've said, you found a way.
And
I guess it's advice for a lot of good people out there to say, you hit that rocky patch.
Yeah.
Maybe not trial separation, but at the same time, you guys need to realize, what do we want from this?
And
agree,
if you want it, then you can try.
And then you guys are fine.
Then you guys have to be effortlessly into, okay, look.
Effortlessly into it is...
Yes, you need to. It's like, I want this thing, and this is what I'm fighting for. So if something's happening now, I'll calm down and I'll say what I need to say. And it's not everything that even needs to be an issue. I mean, randomly, a lot of people make, when you hear complaints, you'll be like, bro.
Interesting. Yo, IGHO. So we'll come back with more, because, good booze, good conversations for barroom therapy. We'll be back after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to Barroom Therapy and Mr. IGHO.
Yep.
Spilling the beans, life, marriage, and everything else in between. Now, in between, of course, as you've given some very interesting takes, we know how it is. You're a director, you've experienced different ups and downs, but also some of the things that people have said, especially in this industry, is that when it comes to casting or the relationship with women, that it has there's some, gray areas. What I mean by this is the casting couch.
Like the whole Me Too thing,
Yes, the casting couch is a very unfortunate.
Yeah,
we know that there are some practices. Yeah. So how have you been able to navigate your way around that?
I just don't get involved, man. Do you understand?
So you've never...
No, never.
Slept with a cast member?
No. I mean, the idea is, think about it, I was already coming from a music video industry. And when I was making music videos, let's go, another tale. When I moved to South Africa, when I was in film school for 4 years, during that process, I started making music videos. And the allure to it was, I had access to, this is probably like 2005, 2007. I had access to film cameras because we were being taught on film. So I would, let's say I'd meet up with Face, P-Square. I say, you know what, I can shoot your video on film, but you have to come to South Africa shot. So that first boom of like Popo Dikpo, Do Me, all those videos, we were the ones shooting them in South Africa. So at that point in time, I had my own modeling agency. Yes.
So you had your own models?
I had my own model. So a lot of those girls were my own
in
models.
South Africa?
In South Africa.
So you had a lot of South African babes to your beck and call.
So what I mean is, so I kind of ran a modeling agency.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is that there are a lot of things that you see in that kind of process that you understand why that is not a good idea.
To mess with.
Those just separate work from, they don't even get into, do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work for business. Even if it's like a safe romantic scenario. Because I mean, not like I was a young single boy and I was like, it was me in my 20s. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like, I mean, you know, we had parties, but I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't work. So I already came to the film industry with the perception that I'm not going to.
So right now, your record is squeaky clean.
Yes.
There's not one person I can say,
yes.
Tosin Igoh tried to.
Yes.
And that is not something to just take lightly.
I can tell you that as far as you're a director, and as far as you're doing great work, you will get offers.
So you've been offered.
You'll get offers.
They've proposed propositions.
There will be. It's. I don't know what's going on in our industry, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, but no, I mean, I'm a guy. I guess I'm not trying to jeopardize what I have in my house.
Ah, nice. Beautiful, beautiful. So in your entire process, entire journey, we know for sure there have been rocky ups and downs.
Yes.
Nobody has it easy all the way.
Nobody has, like I said, whatever, so it pass.
So take me through the time in your life where things were it was just not working, and how that made you a better person.
I would say, first of all, like I said, once I mean, these periods always happen. I even kind of time it to age.
Okay.
Like, between my 21 to like 23, a lot of stuff was just not working. Between 31 to like 34, a lot of stuff was just not working. And the idea was, there's always a transitional phase when you shift from one thing to another. When you shift from, like when I moved to South Africa and tried to figure out what I was going to do music-wise, because I was producing at first. I got signed to Sony BMG.
Okay.
And in South Africa, I was a music producer. I was producing for people like a lot of South African artists. I don't want to just name. I can't remember what. But what I'm just trying to say is that, especially when I moved back from South Africa and I came back here, I felt like I left a lot of opportunities I should have taken in South Africa. But I came back to Nigeria to come and actually chase and get things going. So I graduated film school in 2008. And when I came back, I then did Naija Boy. And then I went back to music and had a rap career.
And in doing that,
right after that rap career, that was when it was like, okay, like, oh, man, stuff is, you know, I mean, I was doing music, I wanted to focus on rap. Rap was doing well, but then it got to a point where it was clear that our music was forming itself. Like, Nigerian music was becoming what it was, and it was clear that to me, rap was not going to be what the Nigerian music was. I mean, rap had to change. And it's clear to everybody look at music today, so I mean, I was not wrong.
All set.
So, do you understand what I'm saying?
On that note, cheers to Tosin Igoh, the enigma, who also has been able to just, against all odds.
Yes, and don't forget, Suspicion is coming out.
Suspicion.
28th
Find
November.
out, you know, as he does what he enjoys doing.
Yes.
Does what he basically is born to do and tells stories the way he wants to tell them. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very exciting experience. Yes. Thank you very much, man. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap it up for Barroom Therapy for another lovely episode. Hope you can join us same time next week. Same time? Different times? We never know. It's all up to you on the Wedding Channel. I'm your host, Shola Thompson.